Hey everybody, it's Edge of Eternity Bill Cameron. I'm here tonight. I want to show you a little project I'm working on. I had fabbed up a English wheel, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years ago. You may have seen it when I did the cutting and welding of all the steel and whatnot. Finally getting ready to really use it on this T-bucket body, but it's not quite square. So tonight I'm going to show you how I intend to square it up. This video is going to be shot in the dirty, dingy, dark, cluttered corner of the shop. Okay, I hope you can see it okay. There's a little bit of noise involved with using this air over oil jack, and probably we will experience the air compressor kicking on at some point here. But let's just come down and put a little pressure on this, a little force. Okay, now we've just had our first point of contact. Let's put a little bit of more force on this. This is a 20-ton jack, just like the one that I took off of it that was manually operated. Okay, just gonna ease my way through this and check and see if we're getting any movement out here. I could see it moving. Long ways to go. I'm going to go get my level so I can check it here for level and check it here for plumb. Okay, right now, I don't know if you can see this level on this, the marking on here, but it is exactly at 90 degrees, okay? It's parallel with the floor. And I know it's gonna be hard to see this, but in the position I'm in right now, this is perfectly vertical. So I must be putting enough tension on that to open this up a little bit. Now, will it stay? That's the thing. I'm going to release it and check it again and see if we maintain that squareness. I'll also check it with the square. Right now, with the press down and this block in the way, there's not enough room to get the square in there all the way. So we will check that. Maybe I'll grab a shorter square as well. All the way up. I tried to stack the tooling up so we didn't have to have a lot of extra motion going up and down. Now, see what we have here. Well, good. So does that. Okay, let me get the square. Make sure my lying eyes aren't fooling me. You know, I've got all these little pieces of tooling that I keep around. I mean, I've got a ton of them. I've got some big pieces. You can't see them on the floor down here. I've got some other really big pieces, more over on the other side of the shop. You can always use this stuff for something, and it always comes in handy. Okay, let's hit her again. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can actually see this squareness change. Okay. Oh yeah, it's already a degree different than it was before. Okay, that's about, man, we got to be putting a lot of pressure, a lot of force on that thing. That's about 2.5 degrees roughly right there. I'm going to see if this agrees with me. Yeah, I mean, I can't measure the degrees, but I can check by the bubble. Now, so we're coming up here about 2.5 degrees from parallel to the floor. And let's put this on here and see what this tells us. That's right on 0. All right, spring back. Always a problem. I'm gonna see if I can get this thing to burp a couple more times. A little bit more. That is open just a little bit, which is what we want. It's opened this way. The problem was it was closed that way a couple of degrees. Let's release this again and do another measurement. Tell you what, I really like, I guess the other one, no, it didn't have the same thing. This jack right here, okay, this air oil jack, it's got the two same return springs up here on the press that I had before, but it also has this collar on top, and there's 2 additional return springs. It makes this thing go right up. It's really nice. Before, you know, sometimes you had to help it a little bit, but those doubling up on those return springs really makes a big difference. Okay, let's check this. Make sure I tighten that up. There we go. So, okay. That is a little open, which is what I wanted to see. That means I'm putting a bow, right? I'm putting a bow in the back here, which brings this up, which brings this out this way. Throw a level on here. That's nearly, I want to get another 1/8 of an inch out of that. If I don't get enough movement the way I'm doing this right now, then what I'll do is I'll get my oxyacetylene torches out and put some heat on it, and that'll definitely help it move. Here we go. Initial point of contact. This is the material that we're bending here is 2" by 3" steel tubing. It's 3/16 of an inch thick. Actually, this is a 1/4 inch thick. So, you know, there's a lot of mass in these sidewalls here to have to move and displace the molecules and everything that make up that steel. I'm not entirely sure what all the properties are, but that's a lot of material to move. So we're just going to go slow and till we get there. I mean, that's about, if this is maxed out, and it should be, there's 40,000 pounds on there right now. That's a lot of force. Right now, where we're holding it, we're another 1/2 degree in our favor, and this way we're at 90 degrees. So when I first measured it, I thought I was 2.5 degrees. I was 1.5 degrees. Now we're a little more than 2 degrees up here, which is pulling this out where we want it to be. Another thing I want to do is check it for twist, because this might be out of line. It's not. Looks like it's right on the money. Same on this side, it's right on 90 degrees. When we're done, I want to put a really good straight edge across the back of this and see how much bow that we put into it. Okay, let's release it and check it. Look at that, lifts that right up, nice. Okay. Okay, move this out of there. And throw the square on. And we've got a little ways to go. Okay, we're losing about 1 degree from spring back. Way up there, it's like right on the money. But when I come down here, it's still right on the money. I mean, man, maybe it's 1/10 of a degree off. I don't know. It's not off by much. I wonder if I'm having a problem with my square interfering. I mean, I know it's interfering a little bit. I'll be right back with another square. Okay, let's check it with my dad's old square. This baby, check it out. You can tell it's been around for a long, long time. Don't even know if it has the make on it or not. But it might be a little more square than that Stanley square over there. I don't know. I'll have to check that out. But anyways, let's see. Wow. Now, right there, it's pretty good. What I'm seeing here that may have been throwing me off with the longer square is there's a bit of a high spot right there. Okay, so when I've got the square on here, I'm hitting hard right here. So that might be part of why I was seeing it not appearing square with the square, but when I throw the protractor on here with the with the angles, I can read the degrees, and I mean, it's right there. It's right there. Let me bring this down for you. You can see that that thing's vertical. It was a few degrees off before. Now I'm going to turn this off for just a second. I'm going to flip this around and check the other side. Tell you what, this thing right here is heavy. That might be beyond what I'm supposed to lift according to my spine doctor. I'll be okay. Let's hit it. Let's check it. Okay, so this is 1 degree out, exactly the same way that side was. What does that tell us? That maybe we're kind of balanced. That would be good. Now here, whoa, right on the money. Let's take a couple of measurements. Be right back, I'm gonna get my tape. Okay, let's see here. Up here we are exactly 29 inches. That's nice. That's how I set it up. And down here, this is another check. Okay, we're a little narrower. It needs to come out. Well, now keep in mind as I'm bending this side, I'm also bending that side, right? We're bridging the gap of this press on these parallels dead center. So we should be moving in a parallel or a symmetrical, dimension. Let's see what happens. And watch this while we do this. Okay, there's the first point of contact. See how much I can bend this. It's only about 1/2 degree. Right now that's sitting at 90. I think this might take some heat. That's what I think. I think we're gonna have to apply some heat, especially down here. And as we put the force down here, it will allow that to stretch. So that's going to have to be our next trick. Okay, everybody. The frame for the English wheel, it's time for plan B. Let's put some heat on this baby and see what happens. There's that bright flame. It's really bad for the eye, as I'm sure you all know. But at the same time, I can't see the red through the lenses. So it's red. Okay, let's give this baby a little bit of pressure. A little bit out of it. Okay, I'm going to keep the pressure on now and do a little bit more. I'm hoping as this gets hotter and hotter with the pressure on it, it will start to move. See if we can get this thing to budge at all. Definitely better. Well, I'll be. Well, I'm going to call that a win. Got the C-frame on that English wheel squared up. Happy with it. So maybe in the next episode, I'll try to get the wheels mounted and it'll be ready to use. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody.